Hello, good afternoon. So, I am very briefly coming on to invite everyone on to an IG Live this evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to have a grown folks conversation about sex, especially sex in marriage. So, there is a reel that I created saying, stop starving your husband. Okay, sorry, I pulled away from the house and it disconnects the internet, but please join me this evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time so we can have a grown folks conversation. We can talk all about sex and marriage, and I am going to break down some different things. One of the things I want you to understand about reels, so whether it is a 60-second reel, whether it is a 90-second reel, that's the longest it can be. My reels are created to get people talking. And clearly that's what my reels do. My reels are to get people thinking and to get people talking. That is the reason why I make the content that I do. I do make a lot of content and I go live. I go on my YouTube live to educate and to coach and to encourage and to inspire. I do all of that too. But when you're creating something like a reel and you have 15, 30, 60, 90 seconds, that reel is simply to create conversation. It gets people talking, and apparently that's what has happened because people are in the comments talking. And so what I want to do, since I've had so many people direct message me about that specific reel, I would like to have a real conversation about it. I would like to invite everyone in and let's talk about it, like in a real grown-up way. I am going to give some data and some studies and some research because that's what I'm on. And I find it interesting when people say, oh, this isn't research, this is just your opinion. Okay. I mean, I don't give you all of the specific research or the study that it came from, but I'm not telling you anything that, well, there may be some things that I'm telling you that in my mind are just common sense. I feel like most people should know that. But most of what I'm bringing you is data. Most of what I'm bringing you is research. It's statistics. It's study, clinical study. So I'm not just pulling it out of my behind. It's not just a theory, as I like to always tell people. This is not just something I like talking about. It's either something that I lived in the last 54 years, or it's something that I've studied in the last 25 years. So I've had some young women, come onto my platform or come into my DMs and talk about, I don't know what I'm talking about. And, just because I'm so-and-so age, that doesn't mean they should listen to me. You don't have to listen to me, period. You don't have to listen to anybody. You can go off and do what it is you're going to do and live life for yourself. And then when you get my age, maybe you'll be talking to some young people like you too one day and telling them what to do and what not to do. Maybe you have a heart for young people so they can avoid some of the pitfalls that you fell in. So yeah, you don't have to listen to me. And let me just keep it all the way 100. Those people, they get blocked from my platform. I don't like negativity. I don't like the foolishness. I'm not doing that. I'm grown, as I like to tell people. I'm going to just, I'm going to avoid you. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth or toe to toe with you. I'm just going to avoid you. I'm going to alleviate you from my platform, and that's what's going to happen. So we're good. We're good. That's totally fine. But we're going to have a conversation. The men, the women, I want you to come together. And I want you to share your thoughts and opinions on this. And then I'm going to share some research. I'm going to share some data. I'm going to share something that I've studied for 25 years. I'm going to share something that I've lived. Okay? That's what we're going to do. I want everyone to be respectful and kind to other people. My platform is a place where everyone with an opinion, even if it's an opinion different than mine, I welcome that conversation. I just ask that everyone be respectful and kind. That is the key. If you want to talk about me, if you want to call me names, if you want to, talk about something that has nothing to do with the subject that we're addressing, you will be blocked. You will be shown the door permanently. That's just how I do. I'm not going to try to, convert you or prove anything to you. I don't work that way. You are well within your right to feel how you feel or feel how you feel about me, but you'll do it on your part of the world, and I won't be none the wiser. That's one of those, what I don't know can't hurt me. Okay? So I look forward to hosting everyone this evening. Please show up, have your comments, your questions, be respectful, be kind, because, people will be shown the door if they are not kind. And one of the things that I notice about the internet specifically, social media specifically, because what I find so interesting is if all of these people were in a room, like if we were all in a room together, most of the things that people share online, they would never share to a person's face. I find that fascinating. And there is, of course, data about that. There's research about why that is. But I find that fascinating. These people would never say what they're saying online to my face or to other people's faces. So I find that very interesting that we like to hide behind having a Instagram page where there's no picture, your real name is not on there, but you like to come in hot and give your thoughts and opinions on everyone else. But again, please don't do that. You will be shown the door. Like I don't have any toleration for that, but be respectful, be kind. I appreciate everyone's thoughts and opinions, men, women alike. When I make content, sometimes I'm talking to women, sometimes I'm talking to men. I am an equal opportunity. We need to get our stuff together. That's just who I am. I don't hate men, far from it. I love men, and the world needs more strong men. Based on my page, based on the content I make, everyone should know that. If you don't, go just look at the last 20 posts that I've posted. So I'm not coming for men. I am also not singling out women, although I will give my thoughts and opinions and, on women and how women have shifted in the last 20 years. I sure will. And as a person who considers themselves, I don't know if you would call me an elder, especially for young women, 20s, 30s. I guess I would be considered an elder and an auntie. Yeah, I'm going to give my opinion. And I know for a lot of 20 and 30-year-olds, that's unusual because you all are not used to anybody telling you anything. That's your problem. You're not used to being raised in a community. That's how I came up. I came up in a community. It wasn't just me out here in these streets doing whatever I wanted to do. And there was no accountability. No, I came up in a community that if someone saw me cutting up in the street, the neighbor was going to get on me. Miss Jones up the street was going to get on me. Then she was going to call my grandmother, and my grandmother was going to get on me. And ain't nobody have a problem with it. That's what it's like being raised in a community. When people are on you because they care. But you 18, 19, 20s, 30-year-olds, and some of you 40-year-olds, you all don't know anything about that because you were not raised in a community. You were barely raised in a family. And so the thought of someone older saying, sweetheart, put some clothes on. Don't post that. That's not a good idea. That's not going to have the outcome you want it to have. You find that so offensive, so horrible. Oh my gosh. And this woman's never been young. And what does young have to do with, getting drunk at brunch and dancing on tables and twerking? That don't have any. I have been young. And never have I ever wanted to go out and act, a fool. No, sorry. So I don't know what being young has to do with that. Just like every young woman didn't get pregnant, No, I didn't experience that either. I waited till I was a grown up. So don't do that. Don't do that. When I try to say something or teach a value to young women, I do it in love. And yes, there are times when I'm direct, and I know that isn't always appreciated, but people don't understand the nuance, the caveats. You know, they don't understand that anymore. So you have to be direct. But trust me when I tell you, I'm doing it in love. But again, a lot of people don't understand that anymore. They don't get that, because they don't know what it's like to have an older auntie, a grandmother, a mother tell them, no, you're not going out here with that on. And sister so-and-so told me she saw you up at the corner cursing and doing this and that. And no, you're not doing that. So y'all not used to that. So, But we're going to have a grown folks discussion. So regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of race, ethnicity, please join me tonight at 8:00 p.m. so we can talk about the reel that I created about wives and husbands and them being sexual with each other. Because yes, I do believe that's one of the many reasons why people get married. And because the price of sex has plummeted, it is below the Dow, because everybody's giving it away 3 for 1. In you all's mind, it's almost like, okay, well, I've had all this premarital sex, so once I get married, I don't need to have sex anymore. Quite the opposite. You're actually not supposed to be having sex outside of marriage. But anyway, I digress. So please join me this evening, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have a wonderful discussion. We will have a mature discussion. I will not tolerate any disrespect of me or anyone else or their comments. You will be shown the door. So that's just a little housekeeping I have to get out of the way. I look forward to seeing all of you all. And thank you for the discussion. Thank you for the discussion. Thank you for the people who have sent direct messages. I truly appreciate it. I empathize with you. And I understand, men and women, you know, where you're coming from and what you're going through. So I get it. I'm not insensitive to what you're going through at all. So join me tonight. I look forward to seeing you then. And as always, stay open